Hey there, welcome back to the Beauty Business Babes podcast. Or if you are watching on YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly Callaghan. I am the founder of Spray Tan Class and the owner of Sunless. And today I'm going to be diving into the tools that I use to get organized AF, okay? This is like my life. It's a little chaotic. It's a little crazy sometimes. I am diagnosed ADD. Like my mind can go into a bunch of different directions within the matter of seconds. Or really, it just is a little bit messy sometimes. If I'm just being real and transparent with you guys, I know that some of you guys can relate to this. So if you are struggling with organization, or if you are hating that everything on your desktop is just a hot ass mess, you don't know where emails are at, you don't know one thing from another, you are just disorganized, I want you to keep on listening, because I promise you, you can change, because I've changed. I used to be really honestly the most disorganized, organized human. So when I'm thinking about disorganization, I'm thinking about my computer, files everywhere, not knowing where anything was because I didn't rename anything. I didn't do any type of organization protocol at all. So everything was just a hot ass mess. And thank God for the search bar in your email, because literally if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have any emails either. So I want to help you guys get over those hurdles and really understand how to become more organized within your business. The reason why I'm doing this episode, if you're thinking like, Kelly, you already did this before, I don't want to hear about this again. The reason why I'm doing this is because a lot of you guys reached out to me telling me how helpful the video that I did, or the podcast episode that I did a few months ago, was when it came to organization and just talking about it. So I just want to be real, transparent, and help you with some of the tools that I use on the back end of my business to really get organized, help myself have like a better, less stressful mind, because I know that when I'm struggling with organization, I don't feel my best. I start feeling overwhelmed. I start feeling tired. I don't want to work. I'm like, what the hell is going on, right? It gets overwhelming. So I'm going to list out some of my favorite tools that I use, and hopefully you can use this in your beauty business too. So let's start. The first thing I want to mention is kind of this overall type of organization that I use. It's a software that I use called Trello, and it basically allows my team members to access this one portal where everything is in there and organized in a way that we can easily find how to do things, standard of operations type of things. They can find my passwords and the logins and just the different variations of things that we need to share within a platform. So Trello is it for us. And basically the way this works is when you log into Trello, you have different boards. So for example, I have a board with my salon manager. I have a board with my virtual assistant. I have a board with, another person. You can separate it by that. And when you guys go into these specific boards, you can organize your different methods or operations within that. And that's how we use it. So that's why I'm using that example. So basically, if you go into a column and the column is how to do something, right? Underneath that column, you can have different little blocks that allow you to put in different standard of operation. So it could be something like how to locate a missing package, or how to create a shipping label, or how to book somebody in your booking system. It can be literally anything that you want it to be, right? So you might be thinking like, okay, that's cool, Kelly, but how do I organize it in an easy way where I can actually put in the information of how to do things without having to type all of these things out? So Trello allows you to put in different pieces of content within those boards. So you can create documents, you can add videos, you can add photos, you can do anything in there, right? So you can put in any type of format of content that you want in there, so that way somebody else can access it anywhere around the world as long as they have Wi-Fi. The way that I do this is usually through video. So I usually use a system called LOOM, L-O-O-M. This allows me to screen record different methods or different operations or different ways of doing things. So, for example, if I wanted to share with Sheila, my salon manager, how to book somebody on Booker, I would go into Loom and I would record the entire process of how to do this, right? Then I would take that video and I put it into Trello under the how to column, all right? And I'll put how to book a client, and she will be able to access that video that I did on Loom. That way I'm not sitting there and typing every single little thing out. Like this Loom, thank God for Loom, because it has saved me so much time, so much energy, frustration, money. Like my mindset before hiring was I cannot teach everybody what I know. I just don't know how to do that. How are they going to remember how to do all of these things? So even if you're working side by side with somebody, I always recommend using Loom and recording the process of whatever it is that you're doing and throwing it into Trello or somewhere where it's organized, so that way when you do hire somebody else, or when this person that you're training right now forgets how to do something, they can just access it on there and you don't have to repeat yourself, right? We are so busy as entrepreneurs. We have so much shit to do that the last thing I want to do is sit there and repeat anything that I taught anybody, So I hope that this helps you, because it truly has saved me so much time, energy, and money. All right, so we got 2 down. We got Trello and we got Loom. Now, another way that you can organize all of your shit is through Google Drive. Google Drive is basically like a cloud. If you guys are familiar with a cloud storage or Dropbox or something similar to that, that is what Google Drive is. From what I've seen, it's a lot cheaper to use than other platforms, and I use a ton of storage. So in Google Drive, I have a bunch of different folders for my different businesses. So I have an X-Tan Sunless folder, I have an X-Tan Sunless Salon folder, I have a Spray Tan Class folder, I have a folder for Slay the Spray. I also have folders for my employees. So I'll have one for Natalie, who helps me with video content. I have one for Jason, who also helped me with video content. I have one for Claudia, who is my salon manager. All of these different types of folders, because I organize the shit out of them and I put all kinds of things in those folders that would be appropriate for that particular folder. So you can put Word docs in there, you can put videos in there, photos in there, whatever you feel like you need to put in there, put it in there, okay? It's going to help you find them when you need them at a later time, all right? The next thing I want to mention, and this is something all of you guys should have, I'm assuming, is email, right? You guys have an email. I'm assuming you guys probably use it. I don't know one entrepreneur who doesn't, but emails, it's great to have these things accessible to us, but sometimes we get overloaded with a lot of shit that we don't need. And so what I want to help you with right now is how to really organize the email in a way that feels good to you and allows you to still receive emails, but get rid of all of the BS that you don't need. So the first thing is to unsubscribe, obviously, to all of the shit that you guys don't need. So if you guys are getting email blasts from companies that you no longer work with or that you don't want to get it from, unsubscribe. Don't just delete it, unsubscribe from that thing to get that clutter and mess out. It's gonna save you time in the long run, I promise you, and it's gonna take like a millisecond to do. Second thing I wanna say about email is you should have this thing organized similar to how you would have the Google Drive organized. And this is, of course, just what I do. So this is what works for me. So I'm just sharing it with you. I'm hoping that this will help you. In your email, you have the ability to create folders. I don't know if many people know this or not, because recently I've looked at some people's emails and it's insane that people don't delete their messages and they have like an inbox of 4,000 emails, which would give me major anxiety, let me tell you, if I was dealing with that now. So in your email, create different folders. It could be something, for example, the person that you work with at the salon, right? It can be complaints. Like we have a folder for complaints. So if anything were to ever happen with this client, we have everything here. I keep all of my important emails. Like I keep even like non-important emails. I keep so many emails because just in case anything were to ever happen in the long run, I can protect myself, right? So a couple of just things that come up for me right now is having people like say that there's an issue with their order, for example, and then come to find that the same person like 12 months later has never ordered from you again, but ordered again and they had a similar issue. You know it's probably not you. It's probably something that they're doing on their end. So things like that are really important for me to know because I want to make sure that we are up to par when it comes to our customer service, shipping, delivering, all of these things. So if there's ever an issue, even if it's like a small little issue, we always 1000% save these emails into a complaints folder. I have a ton of folders, you guys. It's just incredible. But anything that you feel like would be beneficial for you as a salon owner to keep in a folder, I would definitely put everything in those folders in your email so that way when you guys are like have time to get over all of these emails or respond to all of these emails, you have like this clean slate of emails that really are just there because they need to be and not because they're just sitting there. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense right now. Okay, so I hope that has helped. Just to summarize everything, let's go through them again. We got Trello as my main organization tool that allows me to put in all of my video content in there, all of my photos in there, all of my standard of operations, methods, anything that I need to relay on to my employees or 1099 independent contractors so that way they can learn how to do certain things is put into Trello. Loom is another service that I use that I personally love and use almost daily. So this is a screen recording system that allows me to screen record anything that I'm doing and put this video into Trello. Then we have Google Drive, which I use daily as well. Google Drive allows me to put sheets, forms, photos, videos, anything in specific folders so that way I can easily find them at a later date. And finally, email, you guys. Emails are a hot mess. If you know what I'm talking about right now and you have 1,000 or more emails, even 500 emails, that's a shit ton of emails, you guys. That's crazy. Go in there, delete some stuff. Unsubscribe from some stuff and start putting things in folders. Even if you have to take like literally 3 hours out of your day, just get this shit done. I promise you it's going to be like a weight has lifted off of your shoulders. Plus, when this happens, you miss emails that might be super important, or for me, it's just more of like an energetic thing. Like I just don't want those emails there. Whenever I can get rid of all the emails, that is a good day. That hardly ever happens, but when it does, it feels really, really good. So start organizing, get your life in order. I love you guys. I hope that this is helpful. If it is, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to learn more things about beauty business, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, spraytanclasstv.com. Or if you guys are listening on the Beauty Business Babes podcast, make sure you guys subscribe to that as well. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next episode.